What's going on, guys? I want to show you how to replace this little receiver deal. Basically, this is not that old of a fan, and this receiver already went out. This is on the it's a Harbor Breeze Santa Ana ceiling fan. Basically, this little guy right here, L. We're gonna replace that. The light is not working. So it may have had like a power surge or something, and it may have fried that receiver deal. So on one of our old fans I had to replace it because on high it was barely doing what it should be doing on low. And so if your fan is doing that, it may need that little receiver deal. This, we put a new light bulb in, and it still didn't work. So, hang on a second. So I'm going to loosen up all these screws. It goes all the way around here. I may have to take this down. I don't know. So, hang on a second. Okay, so I got this plate here. Let go of the bottom plate. Got this plate here that had all those little screws on there. And there is a pin that goes through here, and then there's two kind of set screws on the side of this. This is threaded on. This is threaded onto the shaft here, so you don't have to worry about the fan falling on you. So you lift this up. Here, Brock, raise all that up. Hold that up. Okay. And then that's the actual receiver thing. So we'll pull these wires out, and we'll get to it here in just a second, but there should be a little plug-in thing, so hang on. Okay, so that just unplugs and that just pulls out, and it goes into this wire here, and then this wire here, you push on that clip and that lets this open up and you can pull it out. So let's put the new one in. So this already comes with this pigtail thing in there, but since it's already wired in, we don't need it. So let me take this piece off here. There we go. Alright, so we're going to plug this in here, and then it has two Phillips screws that goes here and on the corresponding side over here. And then we'll button this up, and then we have to sync the remote to this. So give me a second. Okay, so I left these two in there and just loosened them up, and there'll be one more, but that's where this little cover thing goes. You see the two little like that, and we'll like that, and then we'll just put the screw in there and then tighten those two. So this is going to be pretty much the same thing. Just pay attention, you have white and black wires. And so we'll hook this up and then cinch it on there just like the other one. So we got that in there. Now the way you get this off is that you might be able to see that there's ridges in there. So you just, let's see, kind of line that all up. And here, do that. Just as long as the gap is the same, it's on there. Alright, so now we need to program this. So according to instructions, we're going to have that down to 1 and turn the power to the fan off. Turn the power on. Okay, so power is off. We had a beep at a beep, which it was not giving us a beep beep last time. And then within 30 seconds, press the learn.
Oh, that got bright.
There we go. it'll blink 3 times and remain on. Ta-da.
What will blink 3 times the light? That's good.
There we go. Everything. And just like that, you have light. Oh my goodness, we can see how dirty the room is. Oh man. Maybe I ought to just keep that light off. I did want to go over a couple things real quick. So all in all, yeah, pain in the butt. That deal that was up in there that we had plugged in, I believe this is the antenna. So the antenna actually went up through the center shaft. I guess so you can get more range or whatever. Since it was already going up through there, I didn't need to reroute it. I just unplugged it and plugged this one back in. So that's that. This is, well, this is that little, what do you call it? Alright, so this is that little receiver unit. I guess this is the updated one or whatever. Again, you guys know if you watch the rebuild of the house, we have, this fan is brand new. We got it in about March or something like that of 2017, and it is now November 2017. So I called Harbor Breeze up with their little phone number that they had. Let me see if I can find there. With the phone number, and I was on hold for, no joke, like 45 minutes, something like that. And the guy I talked to, super nice. He's like, yeah, it's got to be the receiver unit, and they sent one out free of charge. Which they sent one out, which is great, but this should definitely last longer than a year. It's kind of a pain in the butt to do. Not really hard, but just a pain in the butt and frustrating. So it is what it is. But yeah, it came. My son was without a light for. Yeah, Brock was without a light for a couple of weeks. The first couple of days, well, we just forgot about it, and he dealt with it. And then he reminded us, and we're like, oh dang, we need to do that. And then we got busy, and then he finally reminded us again. Got light bulb, came back here, and it was the wrong light bulb. It had the weird. Let's see if it has a number. K. Yeah, it has that in there. If I remember yeah, that's it. 11B1100. But it's a weird, like, halogen light bulb. So we didn't get the right one. We just thought it was a regular screw-in light bulb, but nope. So then we had to deal with that. We went back, got a new one, stuck the light bulb in, didn't work. And then the next day, that's whenever I called them. It took them about a week to ship it to us. But again, the receiver was free. Shipping was free. It was just kind of a pain in the butt to do. So I think I'm rambling now. But there you go. It's all done. Like I said, this one had a issue with the light. The fan would still work, but the light wouldn't turn on. We had another fan that I had to replace. I had to replace it in, and that one, the fan would just barely rotate. Even on high, it would just barely rotate. If y'all are having those symptoms, that might be what it is. You don't have to replace the whole fan, because they can be expensive. You can just get that receiver. I kind of think the one that went out before, I think it was only $15 or something, maybe 30 at the most, but that's still a whole lot cheaper than having to replace this whole thing, and it might be under warranty and you can get it for free. So Okay, so usually whenever I get a broken part, I usually take it apart because it doesn't work anyways, right? So I think that was the issue. See how well that shows up or not. It kind of looks fried to me, so. Alright, just thought I'd throw that in there real quick. Alright guys, well that's about it. I hope that helped somebody out. Y'all comment, rate, we'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching. See ya.